Just like that. First deer we see. That's a stud of a deer. I'm not even 100% sure what deer that is. Man, that happened quick for sure. Man, that's awesome. What a morning. That was fun.
My God. We just did it, dude. We just did it. Oh.
That deer has had my number. That's incredible. Hey guys, welcome to the show this week. Before we get into it, I just want to provide a quick update on my role moving forward. Back in September, I made the difficult decision to begin my transition out of Midwest Whitetail. And obviously this was very tough for me, as it's been a big part of my life for a long time now, 12 years to be exact, which is crazy to think about. And I'm very thankful for my time here and all the relationships that have been formed as a result. You know, you guys see the content, the hunts, the finished product, but behind the scenes, this has been my career, my full-time job, you know, my livelihood. It's been what I've thought about for 7 days a week for a long time now. And so, you know, it's been what supports my family, but it's also what I take home to my family. So really, this is just a career decision for me, like any job out there. You know, you gotta think about those things. You gotta think about your career, your growth, your enjoyment of what you do, how it affects others around you, all that type of stuff. So that was really what this decision came down to for me, is just a career-based decision. As for what's next though, you know, I don't really know that yet. I still love the content creation, the filming, the storytelling. I'm still doing that now. I just don't know what it looks like from a career perspective just yet. With that being said, I've spent the last couple weeks transitioning my responsibilities to the guys. The future of Midwest Whitetail is in good hands. Obviously, we have a very talented group of producers here, and I know I'll continue to be a fan and, you know, follow along with all the stories across the entire staff. My main reason for doing this interview though was just to say thank you to you guys. I'm so appreciative of all the support over the years. It's crazy to look back on these 12 years and reflect on it and see how loyal you guys have been. It's always humbling when people reach out, you know, through messages or email or in person, and just how dedicated you guys have been as viewers. So thank you so much for the support over the years. I hope to reconnect again soon. You guys can always feel free to reach out anytime. Best of luck, be safe, and now we're going to join Jase Baker on his second successful hunt of the season in Indiana. Hope you guys enjoy.
September the 20th, I'm in here hunting one deer and one deer only. His name's Peyton. The temperature has dropped about 15 degrees since yesterday. Hopefully we can put this big buck on the ground tonight. September the 21st. We're back in the city this morning. We're in here hunting Peyton again. We're hoping that this morning he's coming back from wherever he was going last night, and hopefully he gives me a shot. It's the evening of the 23rd of September. It's 2:15 in the afternoon. This is right where Peyton came through this morning on camera. We actually spotted another big shooter up around the ridge here. So hopefully we can get one of these bucks tonight. Here he goes. It's October the 8th. We're back in the tree. It's just breaking daylight here. This is actually the tree that we encountered Peyton about 2 weeks ago. So this is his area, And when he comes back, we're gonna be here. It is October the 14th. We got pictures of Peyton this morning, and we contacted the homeowner. They said to come on up. So we're gonna head up there. It's about a 2-hour drive. So it's about 2 o'clock now, so we're not gonna get there till about 4 o'clock. But we're kind of thinking about hunting a new tree tonight, depending on where he's at. He should be within 30 yards, so we're just gonna take a practice shot real quick. That should do it. So we're gonna get in the truck and get moving. We just got up in the tree. As me and Dad was getting out of the truck, I knew the camera was gonna update at 4:14. Looked at it. Peyton was in the canal of this pond right here 40 minutes ago, 3:40. So me and Dad made a quick decision to hunt in a different piece of this bowl right here. If he comes up through this bottom to go to these oaks, this tree has him headed off, basically. But his main crossing that we're pretty sure is right here. He was standing at the base of the pond right here with 2 does, like I said, 40 minutes ago. And what he does is he gets up and he beds down and he just mills around through there. We're doing a high risk, high reward sit tonight, and hopefully this works out for us. I think we're in the chips tonight. We cut some limbs at the house, so we're pretty brushed in. Hopefully tonight, with a little bit of luck, we can finish this chapter on this 6.5-year-old Indiana Bruiser. So hopefully we can put this big guy on the ground tonight. Past that limb right there. That's all right, baby. You're gonna go down right there. Oh no, he's standing up there. Can you shoot him again? He's about to fall over. My heart shot him. Blood falling everywhere. You just killed him. I just killed him. Oh my God. Patience killed him. Patience. Mason Baker? Yeah. I just crushed him at 15 yards.
Jase, you were lying.
I am not kidding, dude. I shot him straight in the heart at 15 yards.
Jase.
He's literally up to, I seen his wide rack. Dude, I'm not kidding. This deer is giant.
We watched him for 25 minutes.
We watched him for 25 minutes. He walked all the way down the walking trail, and I crushed him on the edge of the creek at 15 yards. I mean, I can't even believe what just happened.
Dude, it's over.
It's
I
over.
said hang it up.
I'm telling you. Oh my goodness, Dad. Wait till you see this thing. What have we just... I don't even... That's a big one, ain't it? He's real. He's not a ghost. So we brought him back out here this morning in the daylight to kind of get some better photos and better interview. But it was an absolute magical night last night. This deer, I've hunted him 49 times in 3 years, and it all came together last night. But I kind of wanted to give you a background of who I am and how long I've been on the show. I've been on the show ever since I was 7 years old, shooting a Hoyt ruckus on about 37 pounds. But this will make my 40th deer of my life. It's my number 33 with the bow. And 3 years ago when we got pictures of this guy in the 2020 season, he was just a really wide 4.5-year-old 8-pointer. And I named him Peyton because his rack was so wide for the wide shoulders of Peyton Manning. And that's kind of where the story began. So 2021, I had one deer on my mind, and I was ready to get in the tree that year. So we were getting good pictures of him, and started hunting him, but couldn't get close to him for some reason. It was like every time we weren't there, he was there. And then me and Dad was in the tree on September the 23rd, and I got a cell camera picture of him standing by the truck. So me and Dad got aggressive that night and went into the bottom where we figured out where he was living at. It was about 6 o'clock, and we looked up on the ridge and we could see him bedded down there. And he was just bedded up there looking over that bottom. He could see absolutely everything, and that's what we figured out with this deer. This deer, he was a very, very slow walker, but he was always watching. He was always watching where he was going. But yesterday, we were working, and I opened up my phone, and I seen the cell camera picture of Peyton bedded up in front of the camera. So we went up there, and he stepped out at about 65 yards and fed around for about 20 minutes. And believe it or not, the does came walking right into the tree, and he walked all the way down to 15 yards in the edge of the creek bed. I'll just tell you, I've never felt that feeling before after a saga like this. It was very, very rewarding. But I will tell you, this deer is as much my dad's as it is mine. It's honestly more his than mine. He's been with me through every 49th hunt, so that was pretty special that he was there last night, and it was just an awesome hunt. But we'll catch you on the next one. You're watching Midwest Whitetail East. We'll see you later.
Congrats to Jase on another great buck. He's having a heck of a season. From all of us here at Midwest Whitetail, we want to say thank you to all the viewers on their patience while waiting for an update from Jared. Obviously a lot went into that decision for him, and it certainly was a difficult one. Jared's been part of Midwest Whitetail for greater than a decade now, and he's been running the day-to-day for years, and he's made a lot of sacrifices, and we really appreciate everything he's done for the show and for the company. Whatever he decides to do, I know he's going to do great, and we wish him the very best. For the rest of the crew, we really look forward to continuing to bring the highest quality product to the viewer and tell our stories through the camera lens. It's something we all really enjoy, and we really appreciate the support from you guys. We're excited to announce the start of our 2022 After Hours podcast. And for those of you who are new, it's sort of like a long distance deer camp. We've got guys spread over the Midwest. And basically, after the day's hunt, we all jump on a Zoom call, a video conference call, and talk about what we're seeing, what stage of the rut we're in, deer behavior, etc. And we get that uploaded to all of our channels once we get done with the podcast. Now, the point of that is twofold. One, it's the camaraderie of deer camp, and it's really fun to talk to your buddies about how the hunting is going, but also to bring the viewer the most up-to-date, useful information that we can, and hope that you guys can apply it to your strategies chasing after your target buck. Ryan and I have been having some really great hunts the last couple days. We've filmed quite a few mature bucks, and I actually had an encounter with my target buck just a few days ago, Kelce. And I thought we were gonna close the deal on him. He was off in the distance, harassing some does, and I rattled, and he came all the way across the little peninsula. And it was basically a coin toss on whether he walked on one side of the deadfall or the other. One brought him into easy bow range, and the other had him at 55 yards, and so he just slipped away. It was really cool to see him up close and in person. You guys can follow along on the daily channel for myself, Owen, Caleb, and then Gavin and the guys are doing a public land blog. We produce our hunts at the end of the day and load them up on that daily channel for you guys to be able to follow along with all these different stories and chases. Last night, Ryan and I went out on my south plot to make a sit for Kelce. And, you know, I've got a bunch of bucks on this farm that are mature. And so Ryan, of course, brought his bow to the stand. And as luck would have it, a buck we called Ronnie, he's a 5.5-year-old, who's been running around this farm for a few years. We actually encountered him in the morning, and then yesterday afternoon, Ryan was able to put an arrow in him. And we're excited to bring that hunt to you guys on next week's main show. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. Hunt safe, good luck, and we'll see you back next week.